Another barn fire in central Kentucky. This one killed several thoroughbreds.
Road crews prepare for the potential chance of freezing rain that's supposed to be sweeping into our area throughout the night tonight.
And we'll continue to track at least that possibility for the next few hours before it mainly changes over to rain. But then tomorrow, we could be doing the same thing, this time with maybe a little snow. I'll have the latest forecast for you.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
We're tracking a breaking news alert out of Laurel County. Good evening. I'm Kristen Kennedy. A wanted man is behind bars tonight after a string of crimes. Just last night, police arrested Joshua Smith in Lexington. State police say last month Smith stole a car from a car lot and tried to break into a pharmacy in Laurel County. Police have been searching for him ever since. Last night, they received a tip he was at a hotel in Lexington. State police and Lexington police arrested him and took him back to Laurel County. He faces several charges. Get ready for a wintry mix. We finally got a little break from those frigid temperatures, but more rounds of storms are rolling through the bluegrass. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking the possibility of a messy morning with freezing rain. Jim?
It has been pretty active out there on Defender throughout most of the day, tracking some rain, hearing reports of sleet, and even some freezing rain also thrown into the mix from time to time. But right now, what you're going to see on radar is completely green. Okay, so check it out right now. You see that. And you're thinking, what are you talking about? Sleet, freezing rain. All of the colors look like a normal summer-like day with just plain old green, which indicates rain. However, the way the atmosphere is set up out there today, we could likely be seeing some patchy stuff here and there of sleet and even some freezing rain thrown into the mix as well. And that could cause some issues with some slick spots out there this evening. And you can see all of it coming right around the Lexington area, up toward Paris, Winchester, all getting in on some of the moisture. Now, we broaden our view up, and you can actually see full-blown radar detecting that we're tracking the possibility of a little wintry mix just up the road across parts of Indiana, even some snow on the northern extent of this. And that same area will likely take a dive toward us as we head into the day tomorrow and we get in on the snow action on the backside of all of this. Right now it's 41 degrees in Lexington, so you're like, what, mix, huh? That's crazy. But it is a good possibility with as cold as the conditions are on the surface. I'll take a closer look at that for you and kind of explain what's happening out there coming up in just a few minutes.
Road crews tonight are working to keep drivers safe. Crews in Franklin County are getting ready to treat roads in case we see freezing rain overnight. With all the cold weather we've been having, there's a chance the rain could freeze over, making the morning commute a little messy. WKYT's Jordan Valines is finding out how crews are planning to treat the roads.
Even though today's temperatures are a little warmer than what we've seen the past few days, there is still a possibility that freezing rain could stick to roadways because of just how cold those roads are right now. This afternoon, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet District 5 announced that they're monitoring the weather forecast and will be calling in road crews this evening. Officials say that freezing rain is expected to come during the overnight hours and is currently predicted to stay north of the Louisville metro area. Franklin road crews are expected to report for duty at 4 a.m. to treat roadways as needed in order to have them in the best condition for the Monday morning commute. Currently, the KYTC District 5 facilities combined have approximately 31,000 tons of salt on hand. And as crews prepare to treat the roadways, drivers are also urged to prepare themselves for driving in winter weather conditions. In Franklin County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
156 state and contract trucks will put down salt and plow the roadways in the 8 counties that make up District 5. A central Kentucky man is calling a fire on his property a devastating loss. The overnight fire destroyed his barn and killed 3 of his thoroughbred horses. Fire crews say the barn off Paris Pike went up in flames just before midnight. The state trooper first saw the fire. Tonight we've learned the owner was planning to take his horses to Keeneland next week for the annual sale. WKYT's Hillary Thornton talked to the owner's friend about how he plans to recover from the financial loss.
The fire was spotted just before midnight by a state trooper. Crews from Bourbon and Fayette counties then called to battle the blaze.
Confirmed that there was horses or thoroughbreds in the structure itself. Unfortunately, the horses didn't make it out.
3 thoroughbred yearlings were killed in the fire.
Just devastated, just That was their living. Yeah, he loved his horses, took great care of them.
The owner of the 3 thoroughbreds killed in the fire was too upset to talk to us on camera. However, he tells us he raised the 3 yearlings and was planning to take them to Keeneland's January sale, which is scheduled to start on Monday.
You know, I've never seen Bob cry in his life, and he's crying, so he's really hurt.
He says he moved to the Bluegrass State from Oklahoma because of his love for horses, which is why he has spent about 20 years raising thoroughbreds. Now he is dealing with the loss of 3 animals that he says were much more to him than a hobby or business.
You grow to love them, and you know, they're your kids, really.
An investigation into the cause of the fire now underway as the owner and his friends wonder why this happened.
He can't blame himself. It's just something that happened. He'll come back. It'll take him a while to figure it out, but he'll be back.
In Madison County,
I'll just pray for him. Just hope they do all right.
Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Investigators are planning to go back today and tomorrow to try to determine the cause of that fire. And a Madison County woman is getting some help from the community after she lost her barn in a fire. Flames destroyed Marla Beck's barn on Red House Road in Richmond. 5 calves died in that fire. Beck is a kindergarten teacher in Madison County. Members of the community are working together to collect donations for Beck. You'll hear from them on WKYT News at 11. Firefighters say this time of year barn fires do increase. We had several in the area just last week. Crews believe the rise is due to more animals staying in for warmth and more owners turning up the heat. WKYT's Mike Linden talked to crews in Lexington responding to a lot of barn fire calls.
With cold temperatures and the chance for winter weather this season, animals are spending more time inside than outside this time of year, and that means more heat usage. As more electricity is used, the chance for the outbreak of fire inside a barn increases.
And the animal obviously can't tell you that the barn's on fire like we could a home. So that is going to delay a response in getting the fire extinguished or even getting it discovered.
Battalion Chief Nance tells me that the average response time for the Lexington Fire Department is between 6 and 8 minutes from the time that a call comes in to arrival on scene. But he also tells me that a barn fire can become fully involved in as little as 7 minutes. Early detection is critical when it comes to barn fires, especially if animals are housed inside.
If you've got animals in there, they don't always make their way out. Especially horses will panic, and you'll have a terrible time even leading them out once the fire's going.
According to Battalion Chief Nance, good housekeeping, an alarm system, and regular checkups on wiring are all beneficial to not only the well-being of the barn, but the animals inside too.
Our animals are important. In Kentucky, we're known as the horse state, you know, so as valuable as they are to us, I think it's worth the effort to protect them like we would our homes.
In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Firefighters say excess hay and cobwebs can easily catch fire. A homeowner returned to a badly damaged house this morning after a fire broke out inside of it. Firefighters with Mount Vernon Fire Department tell us no one was home when they responded to the fire on Cove Branch Road in Rockcastle County. They say when they arrived, flames were surrounding the house, and they had trouble fighting the fire because their equipment kept freezing. Crews were able to put out the flames despite the extremely cold conditions. Kentucky State Police have identified the man killed in an early morning crash. Troopers say Eric Gallagher was driving on Christie Creek Road near Moorhead when he lost control of his car going around a curve. We're told he veered off the road and flipped several times. 2 passengers in the car suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police charged Gallagher's passengers with public intoxication and drug possession. 3 people are behind bars tonight after Boyle County deputies say they stole a truck. Deputies responded to a possible car break-in on Spring Valley Road near Junction City this morning. We're told the owner of the car held down one of the thieves, who is a juvenile. The 2 others took off in a white pickup truck. Deputies were able to track down the truck that they say was registered to a retired Mercer County attorney. Officers arrested Jaron Taylor and Austin Hines. Both are at the Boyle County Detention Center. A steady stream of drivers have been lining up this weekend to cash in on more low prices at the pump. Here in Lexington, we're seeing some stations selling gas for less than $2 a gallon. Our chief photographer shot this video for us of stations on Winchester Road. AAA says the national average for regular unleaded is $2.17 a gallon. That's 50 cents lower than a month ago.